up? It's your boy SK, and you watching the Re-Up Shit Talking Sundays. What's good? You know what it is. It's the Re-Up. I'll be your host SK, and we just get it in, man. Tailgaters was off the chain. Shout out to everybody who was out there. Shout out to everybody who couldn't make it. Hopefully, we'll see you this week. Alright. Man, the waiver wire's been hot. Mondale's been on the waiver wire. Because every time I try to get on the waiver wire, Mud Duck Protector done got him. Or should I call him Jack Reacher? Waiver wire was spinning. Going off the waiver wire this week, Don Carpenter, kicker for the Bills. Kyrie Robinson, running back New Orleans. Let me tell you about this kid, man. I watched a couple highlights. He can get it going. I don't know if that was a weak defense, but if the Saints run that ball like that, let Drew Brees do his thing, they could come around. It's a lot of work to do, but the young man can run the ball. Odell Beckham Jr., Giants, healthy. Jack Reacher picked him up again. I was going for him. I like Odell Beckham Jr. He's a speedster, good hands, good routes if he can stay healthy. That's another weapon for Eli and the surging Giants. Andre Williams, Giants. I had to get that Jennings replacement for a week or two. He's got some power. Hopefully he can carry the load that Jennings was offering to me, and we can keep this thing moving. Brandon Oliver, San Diego. Not sure who picked him up, but this kid, Sproles-ish with more power. Had a gang of fantasy points this week, so that was a good pickup for whoever. Bobby Rainey, Tampa Bay. Don't know much about him. Is that the same cat that used to play for the Steelers, Luke? I'm not for sure. Sounds like it. Baltimore defense. Pittsburgh got a bye, or Pittsburgh just sucked? Because Suck on My TDs just picked up Baltimore off the waiver wire. So, hey, they're not playing Indianapolis this week, so that might be a good matchup for the defense. And Justin Hunter came off the waiver wire. I know, Mondale. I was bagging you about him, but hey, if he can give me a touchdown in this week of need, I'll give him back to you. Couple of good Week 5 battles that were intriguing and kept everybody in Shit Talking Sundays on their edge. Suck on My TDs 104 to Womb Raiders 105. I was at Gators with James, and he was talking about this game is fucking close. It's neck and neck, you know what I mean? So hey, Luke, hope you enjoyed the time up in Denver. Welcome back. But your team took that L. Yes, sir, and Jack Reacher. Hey, Jack Reacher 117 to Yes Sir's 107. Alright, DZ. You had to change your name because Mud Duck Protectors, too many Mud Ducks was getting through there. I understand. Top 5 scorers this week in fantasy football. Demaryius Thomas, 37 points. Russell Wilson, 37 points also in a fabulous game. Running and throwing. Peyton Manning, of course, 33 points. Brandon Oliver, the youngster, San Diego, 33 points. And yours truly, Arian Foster. I was at Tailgaters watching that game with them Cowboys fans. Hey, nothing personal. I was rooting for the back, not the team. So, good win for the Cowboys. Good win for me. Couple notables. Austin Davis, quarterback for the Rams, had 29 points. Eddie Lacy, in a resurgence game for the Packers, had 28 points. And surprisingly, Andre Ellington, running back, Cardinals, with 26 points on the day. So, outstanding fantasy production. And I didn't even hit on some other names. A lot of players in the 20s to lower upper 20-point range. It was a great week of fantasy football. If you had some of those, you probably got some dubs. If you didn't, you probably got some L's. Alright. The fantasy team with the highest points this week, Jack Reacher 117, formerly known as the Mud Duck Protectors. The lowest score this week, a familiar name, a household favorite, so fresh and so clean, with a low mark of 69 this week, lowest of all the teams. So hey, it was close. Talking a bowl, drinking a 40 also had 69 points, but it came down to that decimal percentage technicality right there. That put you in last place, Brent. So the biggest blowout of the week, Princess Poopy Pants, 116. Old Salty, 70 points. A margin 43, 45 points or so right there. Do the math. Let me know. Comment that. Don't forget to like that. You watching the re-up. It's your boy SK. Like that. The week 5 mark, if the playoffs started today, the number 1 seed would be JJ's Alexis Texans at 5-0. Bye would be the number 2 seed at 4-1. Coming in at the 3 seed would be King's Pedigree at 3-2. Princess Poopy Pants at number 4 seed at 3-2 also. Room Raiders will be coming in at number 5 seed with a 3-2 record. And rounding out the playoff seeds is Suck on My TDs with a 3-2 record. So those will be the top 6 playoff teams right there. Matchups would be JJ's Alexis Texans on Suck on My TDs, Bye versus Womb Raiders, and King's Pedigree versus Princess Poopy Pants. So if week 5, if the playoffs started today, those would be your top 6 teams. Couple good week 6 matchups. Not saying they all aren't, but a couple of them that stood out on paper to me when I was going through the list. Number 4, Princess Poopy Pants versus number 2, Bye. Steve versus CP. Both of these teams have players that can produce a lot of fantasy points with a lot of fantasy value. So on their given respective days, they get the job done. Another game was number 1 JJ's Alexis Texans versus number 9 Old Salty. And some of you guys are thinking, number 9 Old Salty. But when these two Cowboys fans butt heads, you never know what's going to happen. TJ's got some potentially dangerous players. Can they step up? Is Calvin Johnson healthy? What can he put in his place? We all know what Mike can do. A couple weeks ago, 160 points. By the way, Mike, I salute you. I'm going to give you your props. All right, you're the only undefeated team out there. Keep it up. We'll see where you land. Will you continue to be the number 1 seed or will you fall? That is to be known. Shit Talking Sundays. I be your host SK. It's the re-up, baby. Shouts out to the Royals advancing to that 7-game series, sweeping the Anaheim Angels. I mean, hey, it was exciting, exhilarating. Can't believe it. Great to be a Royals fan since day one. Not none of these bandwagoners. So shouts out to the Royals. Sumter, hey, you went with your gut feeling, put in Dalton, and Brady blows up. So back in last place again is So Fresh and So Clean. Number 11, Token of Bowl, drinking a 40. Howard, where you been? Where you at? That wraps up this week's edition of Shit Talking Sundays. It's the re-up. I'll be your host. Get your shit together and start talking shit. I'm out.